Hey folks, Rob here, and it's 6:30 on a Thursday morning. Working nights kind of messes you up, so I've been up most of the night, and I thought I'd come out here this morning, and we're going to do a little work on this Citadel shotgun. This is a replacement I got for the first one I had, and I've never done really anything with this one since I got it, so we're going to do a little prep work on it and get it ready for its first shots, because I want to use this since it has the rail on top to mount the pinty red dot sight on and give it a try. So we're going to remove our barrel here, and then we are going to remove our bolt and bolt assembly. Now this gun has never been disassembled, so it's dry as a bone. So we're gonna do a little work on this. One thing we're going to do to this is this edge right here. This is kind of squares together a little bit, so we're gonna take a little sandpaper and we're gonna relieve this a little bit, and so it doesn't ride. You can see a faint line there where the forearm has kind of been dragging on the receiver. You can see it here too. So we're going to clean this gun up. We're going to lube it up. We're going to get it ready to, yeah, you can tell she's not been cleaned. I don't know if that's rust where I had it in the truck. I hope not. It's supposed to be a nickel finish. So let me gather up a couple supplies here, and we'll get back to this video. Alright, so I got a piece of sandpaper here, and we're just going to kind of go inside this forearm right here and relieve this plastic a little bit. And this files down, sands down pretty easy. Now it's going to leave it a little bit dark in there. If you want to, you can take a little bit of heat and hit that, and that will become this shiny again, but it's going to be inside the forearm, so I'm not concerned with the look of it. It's eventually going to wear off anyway, so we're just going to relieve both sides of this a little bit, and so it doesn't drag on the receiver as you work the receiver back and forth. I want to try and get this where you can see it, and then we're just going to put it back on the gun. We're going to keep doing this until we get it where we feel like it's relieved enough that it's no longer rubbing the sides of the cylinder or the receiver. Sorry if that's shaking the camera. But we're just going to take a little bit off. Blow it off there. Now we're just going to stick our bolt back in there real quick and give it a few cycles and see if we still have an issue with it rubbing the side of the receiver. And see, we still got a little bit of marking going on right there. So you can see we still have a little bit of a dragging going, and that would eventually wear off. But it's also going to wear the finish on the receiver, so we're going to eliminate that right now. So this side is our biggest offender right here. So tell you what, I'm going to pause you a minute because I'm just shaking the camera, and I'll work on this a little bit. We've worked on that a little more, so let's give it another try and see if we've improved that any at all. still seems pretty tight right there. You can see, I don't know if you can see that. Right here seems to be our biggest culprit. This side looks like it's pretty close, but this side still looks like it needs some more relief right here toward the front. So I'm gonna work on that a little more. Guys, this is something that's just OCD to me, that rubbing the receiver. It wouldn't hurt anything. It will kind of slow the action down with the rubbing, but let me work on this a little more. Okay, I took a little CLP and cleaned the drag marks off the side of the receiver as best we can so that we can see if it does it this time. So you can see there's no drag marks on the side, so let's reinsert our bolt and see what we get here. So looks pretty good on that side. I don't see, maybe just a tad. This side, I couldn't get all that off, so that was there from, but it does look like we're getting a little more clearance right here, maybe a little bit more here. This side's starting to look pretty good, so maybe a little more right there, and probably wouldn't hurt to do a little more on this corner. So we're getting close. We're getting close. I can already tell it's not dragging as much. You can see it kind of spreads there as it comes back. So let's take just a little bit more off the rear edges of this. We're going to right through here. It looks a little, actually looks like it's kind of molded inward right there. So let's relieve that just a little bit more, and I think that'll be good. This should do us. I think I'm going to call this good. We were really close last time, and I've sanded both sides a little more. So I think we probably eliminated a big portion of the rubbing on the receiver. Yes, I think that's much better. I see some relief here. So we have a little relief there. Still maybe just a hair tight. I see relief there. So I think that's eliminated our problem of rubbing. Although I do see a little bit of CLP, which is what I put a little bit on there just to smooth it up. We're going to let the rest of that wear in. I can tell a difference in that already. It's not dragging near as much. So anyway, let's take this apart. These parts have never been cleaned. So we're going to take some CLP and we're just going to give this a cleaning and a lubricating with CLP. We'll get all this old oil off, although there was really no oil on it. And we are going to give it a little lubrication here. This bolt looks to be well made. The locking lug seems well defined. So only time will tell. Here's your bolt carrier. Worst comes to worst, we'll do a little polishing on this. If I ain't mistaken, I think the last one I had of these, this was chrome, if I'm not mistaken. It may be wrong. So here is the receiver. And so you can see where the drag marks were on that receiver. So this is pretty dry, so I'm just going to lube this. Gonna put a little lube here in the rails. just get some CLP in the working parts. I'm not going to pull the trigger group. I am going to try and clean this off the barrel, whatever that is. I don't know if that was already on there. Looks a little bit like, of course this gun has been out in the truck since I installed the seat covers, the gun thing behind the seat of my truck. This has been in there, I just never did take it out. Yeah, that looks like a little poor finish, or yeah, don't know if that's corrosion or just poorly applied finish. CLP is not taking it off. I don't have any steel wool or anything like that out here. Just trying to think of what I could use to remove that, or see if it's corrosion. Well, we're just going to put some CLP on it for now. And getting this ready to test, I'm going to put the pinty red dot on it that I froze. And we're going to test it with the pinty. And twofold, I need to shoot this shotgun anyway. And I need I'm going to use the spent brass that I get from the shotgun shells to copy Boomstick's idea for his giveaway. And I'm going to put numbers on all of the shotgun casings, and we're going to draw them out of a box, so each number will correspond with the name, and that's how we're going to do our drawing. I thought that was pretty neat when Boomstick done it, and so I thought I would copy his idea. So yeah, she's still pretty stiff. I don't know about this one, boys. We'll see. We'll see how she does. Anyway, so this came with this peep sight that was mounted right there. So let's just assume that can stay there. I want to try this, see if this pinty will co-witness. We're just going to tighten that down for now. And I got the pinty you've seen me freeze and leave out in the rain. We're going to take our riser off because we won't need that riser on this shotgun. Or I don't think we will. And let's make sure I put it on right this time. Last time I put it on backwards. So we're going to set this as far forward as it will sit. And I hope you can see that. Now this is just a preliminary. I'm putting this on preliminary because I am going to take this rail off, or at least take the set screws that are in this rail. As you can see right here, I'll show you. On this rail is 2 set screws. There's one here and one down under the sight. What I found on shooting one of the other guns I got with that rail is that this works loose. So I'm going to take those 2 screws out and I'm going to blue Loctite this. But I just want to see what this is going to be like on this shotgun. And Either the front side is way off, but I think these would just about co-witness. Let me look through the back one here. Yeah, see what this is this would be pretty much a co-witness application. So either the sights are way off or the red dot is way off right now. So let me see if I can get you a look at this. So here's kind of the setup we got going right now. If I can get it where you can see it. So there's kind of what we got. So these sights are pretty well set up for co-witness. Now the red dot is definitely not sitting on the front post. If I can find it for you again. There it is. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of off to one side. And I don't know if that's because we have a canted front side or the rail is not straight or some other issue. So, but that's kind of what that's going to look like. Okay, so this is what the pinty is going to be riding on for the 100 round 12 gauge torture test, the Citadel Pat. And we'll see how this thing runs. Anyway guys, I appreciate you watching and taking the time to watch the videos and like them. And if it doesn't rain here today, maybe we'll get to do some shooting. Thanks for watching.